name is Laura Johnson. I would like for you to think back to a time where you had no adult responsibilities. A time when your biggest worry was to not color outside the lines. Now, I want you to imagine with your advanced fine motor skills, coloring in new adult reimagined coloring books. Coloring books have seen a huge rise in popularity, and there's a number of reasons why, but I think one of the reasons why is because it brings a sense of nostalgia. It kind of takes us back to a simpler time when things were not quite so crazy and complex. It also brings improved health. And of course, when there is something that's popular, there is also big business. Now, I always loved to color, but I haven't done it for a number of years until I received some coloring books as a gift from a dear friend of mine. So she got me started on the coloring again, and there's just some fun things in here. Here's one of the ones that I liked how I did. That wasn't the one I was going to turn to, but and this one. And then I've also gone on to buy additional ones of my own. I fell in love with this artist when I saw her, because they're kind of simple, but they're so adorable, and they've all got these big eyes. And here's one that I've done, and she's just got the most adorable little scenarios. She paints them with dogs, with their gardens, or what have you. They're just all so cute, and they've all got those big eyes. Now, the huge popularity in adult coloring books has manifested itself in dedicated Facebook pages, if you can believe that. And now, instead of book clubs, there are coloring book clubs where people have coloring parties. So that sounds like a good time. And then it's also become popular as gift giving. Not only did I receive gifts, but I've actually turned around and purchased and given them to other people as well. But now that we've seen some of the ways that it's become so popular, let's see why they've become so popular. Adults who color experience improved health benefits. It's therapeutic to them, and they find a reduction in their anxiety and their stress levels. Now I'm going to read a couple quotes so I don't get them wrong. This woman, she was talking about coloring as an art therapy form. Julie Beck stated, "Coloring offers that relief and mindfulness without the paralysis that a blank page can cause." Now, I don't know about you, I'm not very creative, so if I had to just come up with my own stuff, it wouldn't happen. So I love these coloring books. And further, Michelle Darasaw explains, "In 2012, when I started to develop an anxiety order in graduate school, I realized coloring could actually help me on my journey to mental health." So as I mentioned, the nostalgia is one of the factors why it's so popular, because it takes us back to that simpler time, and we can temporarily escape the complex world we now live in. But there's also a sense of pride and accomplishment in the end result. It has become an art form. This was given to me by the dear friend that got me started back in coloring, and this hangs on my wall at home. So I just think she's so adorable, and obviously she's from the same author of the Big-Eyed Coloring Book Girls. And so it's because of this huge popularity that adult coloring books have also become such a big business. These are not the coloring books of your youth. These are new, reimagined coloring books. Another reference, as Tracy Mumford tells us, in How Adult Coloring Books Became a $1 Million Trend, she states, "Blue Star's first coloring book, Stress Relieving Patterns, hit shelves in March. A month later, it had sold 15,000 copies. By May, it was on Amazon's bestseller list." That's 2 months. In 2 months, it went from just hitting the shelves to becoming an Amazon bestseller. So that's crazy to me. Now, as we have seen, coloring books are theme specific, and when there's themes, not surprisingly, there's always a little shadier side of it. There are actually really some raunchy ones out there. So if you're into that, go ahead and Google them, and you can find what you're looking for, because there's raunchy in all different ways, whether it's swearing or whether it's interesting pictures or what have you, but there are definitely some raunchy ones out there. There has also been a surge in the sales of colored pencils and special markers so that people can achieve those advanced shading skills. You notice there's a lot of shading that went on in here. Now, my friend, she's retired, so she has lots of time where she can sit and practice and become so good at it like this. But it really has become truly an art form. So, in conclusion, I would like you to remember that coloring as an adult reminds us of a time when we had very few responsibilities. With creativity and our adult fine motor skills, coloring has become a popular way to reduce stress and anxiety. It has also become a source of pride, which results in the art forms we've seen, which businesses, of course, have been quick to capitalize on, with adult-themed coloring books and specialized markers for those with the advanced skills like my friend. Now, who wants to have a coloring party with me? Thanks for listening, and I hope you've had fun being reintroduced to coloring books. Thank you.